Back in the building. Keep the process going. How you call it? I told you I was going to talk about the Albanian guys and the Romanian guys. Just a little bit of everything. But I'm gonna stay. I'm just gonna jump in and out of topics. A lot of guys from the underworld, a lot of guys at home. I don't want to jeopardize their names if they're not dead. Feel me? I want to talk about the guys that are dead, which are friend of mine, because you can't get them incarcerated. Feel me? But yeah, a lot of people ask me about the Albanian mob. Perfect word for the Albanian mob. And I'll leave it at this. I got plenty of friends in them. I used to be in the Bronx and Pelham Parkway. That's where they're from. Never had no problem with them. Show me nothing but love. Perfect word to express without getting into topics with them. Like I said, a lot of those guys came home from federal time. It's not good to mention their names. But ruthless. That's the word. I ain't gotta say no more. When it comes to the Romanian mob, it's a little bit more sophisticated. They're into the hacking business, computer stuff. I'll leave it at that. So I'm sure in the other side of the world, they're very big with that. Even here, bro. I'm sure that they're still making money off of stuff like that. But yeah, they're more into the hacking business type of stuff. People tell me, what's hacking business? Financial fraud, like everybody else, but just they're more advanced in those areas. Let's switch the topic, get into the street guys, or just corporate. I'll mention a couple of guys that are still alive and breathing, stuff like that. Guys that I rode with, or dead, or in jail for doing millions of years. The guy that I know that did the most time, that I'm talking about, I knew personally, owed me favors and stuff like that, was from Albany, New York, South Troy. I'll mention his first name. That's all I'll give you. Hector. They gave him 100 years Rockefeller. Talk about this is the 90s. Castamado and all that stuff. I'm sure Hector's still in jail. Unless something came up and they overturned his case, like they did with my other brothers from Albany too. Irish shit. That's Irish shit up here. Like the Alvarez brothers, they got good friends of mine too. You know what I mean? Just friends. That's it. We took bullets together before they became rich, and before they did time. Feel me? They had got 25 years, and then they came home on the Rockefeller law, not the Rockefeller law, but Barack Obama law, which free a lot of guys from 25 to life to. It reduced the sentences to 15 years. So a lot of guys in that, Barack Obama, when Barack Obama was president, got overturned their the federal cases, and a lot of them came home, and the Alvarez brothers came home with that. Those are good friends of mine. I don't know if they're, I'm sure they're out. And I hope they stay out. I'm sure they're into the good music business now and legitimate. Good people. Let me hit the set here. I'd like to mention all the guys that are dead, because it's less complicated. Shout out to the little men, Little Will, Joe, rest in peace, Joe. Uncle Joe came to see me over here in Springfield, all the way from the Bronx. The week that he died. It's 158 Cortland. Everybody know what 158 Cortland is, Vietnam projects. You understand? Don't get bigger than that. Global. So Joe came to see me, gave me a hug for about 15 minutes. Wouldn't let me go. He had cancer. 2 days later, he died of cancer. Shout out to Manny, little man. He's still out. Brother, legitimate guy, little man. I don't know if Will's still alive, but Will's a tough guy too. Did a lot of state time and stuff. Just a lot of niggas, you know. My man JR, he's out. Ness is out here. Ness is a real dude. You know what I mean? Legitimate dude. I had 2 complications. One in New York and one here. Straight real. Ness came through with the M16s. I'm talking about this was like 20 years ago. That's how the love is. So, any problems with Ness, you got a problem with me. Because he's like family. Who else? I just could go all day. I just, I like to talk about my life without getting anybody in trouble or incarcerating myself. That's why I'm real particular on what I talk about. Feel me? Though, this is another question they asked me last night. What was the toughest, most feared mob in New York City? And the most feared mob was good friends of mine. I ain't roll with them, but they knew me, and I knew them. The most feared mob in New York City. People going down talk this and lie, whatever, but when they were around, before the feds or whoever killed some of them niggas too, when they were around, nobody fucked them. It was the Dominican mob. And it wasn't the drug trade mob. It was the stick-up mob. Chino, Moyo, Negro, which was Tupac, the real Tupac. I knew all them niggas. Like, I grew up with them niggas. Them niggas was sticking everybody up. They were stick-up guys. They were chopping people up. Those dudes, people talk a lot, but those dudes took everybody for everything. Up to the feds finally ran up on them and just chopped them up. No lies. Them niggas was all loving me. can even go to federal time. Them niggas is there. Them niggas gonna show me love. No bullshit. Drug trade or stick up kids. Those were the most feared guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause them niggas was hitting everybody and they were leaving niggas in. They were leaving niggas chopped up in bags. That's on paper. You can look it up. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't want to get them niggas more in trouble. What else? Who else?
All right, my brother.
What's up, G?
How you doing?
It's good to see you, little brother.
Looking good, boy.
I'm trying my best,
Shit.
brother.
You ain't trying, you doing it.
Trying, brother. Good seeing you, brother.
You too, sir.
Yeah, getting to the brothers, the Zulu Nation was no joke. Zulu Nation. They were very feared too. You know what I'm saying? So besides the Dominicans, stick up mob, the Zulu Nations that were good friends of mine too, they were very feared because even the Italians had a lot, I wouldn't say fear them, but they knew not to step on their toes. You know what I'm saying? Just being real. But you know, the heroin business put everything into perspective, so everybody made money. Feel me? If it wasn't for that, then it would have been a different story. Just like the Wu-Tang Clan groups, like Ghost, My Dog, and all that. If it wasn't for the heroin business or whatever business in those days, everything would have not been. It would have been a lot of war. Feel me? Now the most, of course, the most organized criminal people that run everything in those days, and even up to these days, but I don't want to mention that. That's not my business. Feel me? It's more corporate now, a lot more advanced. But in those days, like the guys like the John Gotti guys and all that stuff, yeah, they had the. Of course, they were the biggest because they had all the union jobs, they had all the construction sites, they had the government, they had the White House in their pocket. So yeah, maybe some guys were making more money in the streets with the heroin, but who got more power than that? If you run all the other truck businesses, it's gonna be really hard to bring down Trump. He got half of the truck business in his pocket. Feel me? I wouldn't be surprised if a guy like the white guy that's testifying against him gets killed. Gonna hurt too many people's pockets if he goes out of business. It's just business, man. Nothing personal. Anybody that's in the underworld or even in the political world, which is no different, knows it's just business. You get whacked, you get whacked. That's it. And to the Zulu Nation dudes, the last I heard, B.O., rest in peace, B.O. Last time I seen him was in 158 Park Avenue. In the number spot. Everybody knows that. Huh? And last I heard, he had his daughter on his hand, and catch word somebody blew his head off with his daughter in his hand. That's how fear he was. They had to kill him with his little baby in his hand. B.O. was no joke. And so on. You know, I know guys that kill my dudes, and I just be like this. quiet. It's just underworld stuff. Okay? I don't know nothing. That's it. That's the piece my nigga Puma from right here. Got murdered too. Solid brother. That's how I heard Caballon got killed. People don't know Caballon. Caballon was a Trinidad leader. But I heard he got killed when he came home. First Pistol Pete got killed. There was 3 Pistol Petes. Pete Rowland, Pistol Pete from Terror Squad, and Pistol Pete from Knox Street. I'm talking about the one that got killed on Knox Street. I was with him like a week before he got killed. They found his teeth. In the report, they found his teeth in the boiler. The reason they recognized him on the paperwork was because he had a Pistol Pete belt. So that's how the report happened. The pistol was cool with me. Rest in peace, my nigga Danny Bang from Watson. Watson guys. Louis the Clown, LB, Joey. And I'm talking about this history. You know what I'm saying? So according to the report, Danny Bang got killed that he overdosed on something. They did the report, the body was too, it was really fucked up, so it was tampering, let's just say it like that, but they never found out who did it. So, but we gave him that heroin, was trying to kill him. I had saved his life a week before. They were trying to really kill him with the guns. He had called me up. I went with my Impala. And came with my other right hand man. He saved his life. There was about 5 niggas that was going to kill him. Puerto Rican dudes. I'm just saying niggas because that's how we call each other. Niggas. Puerto Rican, because we all grew up together. But it was some Puerto Rican niggas trying to kill him. And he saved his life. And then a week later, when he came home from work release, they found him dead in an apartment with dope. So, a lot of people were scared of Danny Bang because Danny Bang killed a couple of niggas since he was 11. Danny was doing state time for about 20, all his life he did state time. The only time he came home it was just to come see me. That's it. So I got away with that one. Rest in peace, my dude, Reese. Black dude. He got killed in Patterson when he was from 153 Cortland. Um, my dude C-Town, Carl Hines, 158 Cortland, 9.5 heroin. Nobody was making more money than 9.5. He was cool as hell with us too. He got killed too. They blew his face off. I'm telling you, I just could go on and on. I'll be here all day about everybody that is cool with me, that's dead or in jail, or they still in the streets, but we don't talk about the ones that are in the streets. That's all. That's all silent of cold. Feel me? And that's that. I don't come here to, to glorify anything that happened to. I'm just telling you what I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't come with premeditated stuff or anything like that. I come here and I think about something and, oh, and this guy. Oh, and this guy. So y'all can get to know me better. If I'm able to talk about it, like I said. What else? Free my nigga, Thief Dave from the Wild Cowboys. Me and Dave was all love. That's all I can say. We ain't knew each other like that. We just like, what's up? Feel me? He knew I had beef with some niggas that he was with, but it was all love when it came to us when we saw each other in the club. I see them niggas in the club, I just be like, yo, send them niggas something. I'll send them niggas a bottle or something. Feel me? Or if I had to connect, I'd be like, yeah, hit them niggas off with a couple of bricks. Back in the days when I was in the game. Now if they deaded them niggas, then that's not my fault. Feel me? That's that. But yeah, free the nigga. The nigga done what? They gave the nigga 90 years for a couple of bodies. Yeah, reduce the nigga. You letting worse dudes out in the street that disrespect women, that sleep around with young women, that completely don't have no self-respect for anybody. And you guys lock up some guys just because they blew up or they had a little organized war. Free some of those guys, like Boy George, free them. Overturn those cases. Now I understand, like a guy like Alpo, if they let him out, and he became a problem right away. But y'all should have known he was a problem, because he was a problem. He ain't never changed in jail. Feel me? It's not like he found Farrakhan or anything like that. He was just who he was. You understand? So, should have left him locked up, with all due respect. If not, he would have not been dead. He picked on the wrong young nigga. That's a perfect example. I always tell young dudes I tell older dudes, they keep doing that. I tell them I don't disrespect anybody, but I definitely don't disrespect young niggas, girls. Why? Because remember, you was the same young nigga. And it's their time, it's not our time. So guess what? He went in and disrespected some dude's girl. Dude came back and popped him in the head. Bah! Little 17-year-old son. I think that came out of the news one. I think homeboy got locked up. All the other niggas let them out. They already did like 50 years. With all the UPO, what is it? What is that shit? UFOs? Y'all got technology these days? It's not like anybody's going to be going around thinking they're Rambo. Unless you're a terrorist or something. Some of those guys, you guys messed up their name so bad, you made them look like Charles Manson. Just because they had too much money. Like Frank and Joe, y'all should let them niggas out. I understand they killed a couple of niggas, yeah. Damn. 25 to life. Life parole. You gotta give niggas 100 years. How people change, man. People change. People got to take care of their families, man. I know a lot of guys from the street that their families are struggling right now because their father's in jail for 100 years. Give the nigga a chance. You give a pedophile a chance. That niggas love giving chances to the pedophiles. Or the niggas that or the niggas that sleeping with the 14-year-old girls in the gym. Or the niggas that are sleeping with the or anybody. I don't want to mention nobody, but y'all know who it is. Feel me? Damn. I said they were a tough bunch. Cool. Reduce their sentences. 5 years, get them on hard restriction, explain to them the proper way of being an organized criminal, like myself. It's hard for me to stay out here. It's hard for me. Not because I'm better than anybody, not because I'm tougher than anybody, not because of none of that. But a lot of people don't understand the different vision of where my mental state is at and where their mental state is at. And all that gang stuff and all that stuff, that don't fly with a lot of, in different people, organized people's corporate or street, the proper way, that don't fly. Because you can get a lot of people hurt like that. Thank God I'm just a smart individual and I got educated in the prison. That's what I learned from the prison system. Education is priceless. Now, I might not show my education, but don't mean I'm not educated. Obviously, I'm educated, right? I feed my daughter, right? You don't see me going to the strip club. You don't see me disrespecting no woman. My daughter gets whatever she wants, right? Or my daughters and my sons, right? So, yeah. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. But you guys give props to the wrong type of people. That don't fly straight. understand that whenever you bring down an organization, whatever organization it is either mobbed up, corporate, or gang related, right? Which is all in money, right? You're gonna leave a lot of people without a lot of young girls, especially let's just say we stick with the young girls, right? Because my sons, I call them survivors, right? I would say, you a man, you gotta do what you gotta do. But young girls, I got 3 young ladies, right? You're gonna leave them. A lot of them girls, they're gonna probably meet another dude. It's just like her father. Or you left her with nothing. Now you took everything from the father. You put the guy away for life. How are he supposed to provide for his daughter? You guys got to start changing rules. It's not our fault that there's so many guns in the street. It's Smith and Wesson fault. Now, if you want to blame it on the guy that got caught the other day where? Over there? East Long Meadow, right? The 2 guys? You want to blame it for them selling a couple of little guns? They're not the problem. The problem is Smith and Wesson. You guys are not going to eliminate that because of the tax pays, right? Just like the tobacco business. So let me stay quiet. Right? I don't want to grow enemies in democracy. I'm a no party, remember. But the other ones, I think so much gun violence from the kids. Now, if it's a stupidity thing, like an older guy picking up a gun and going to school and shooting it up, then yeah, that guy should get hit with 100 years. But if it's young on young crime, then yeah, they get prison time, but they don't get a life sentence. Like the white boy that killed the people over there. All the internet, everything. You guys set him up for his own failure. I'll leave it at that. I don't like to go in too deep because then a lot of people are going to lose money. And I'm not here for that. It's like I go around looking at the drop ceilings, right? I'm not going to talk about why drop ceilings are messed up. Most of the people are going to be sick by 50 years old. Now let me stay quiet. Because then I'm going to hit them in the pocket and then they got to spend more money. They don't want to do that. We could get into any type of trouble. So, I got my Puerto Rican belt on. And I got my South Bronx Clarks on. I forgot my sneakers. And I got my South Bronx Clarks. Solid at that. So right there you got the Puerto Rican solid clock. Feel me? Concrete, hanging out, walking in Springfield, Mass. Be real with y'all, man. It's a lot of bullshit. Anyway. You guys better help Trump because he got too much power. If you guys don't get united with Trump, I'm talking about the Democrats and the Republicans. If we don't get united, that's all one color, green. We're going to get invaded. So throw that little bullshit case that he got or whatever. Because he ain't no different from everybody else that was sleeping around with every woman and let me not mention names. Like all you famous people and everybody. The guy right, even if he doesn't win the democracy, tell him to unite with Robert, Kennedy guy with Biden, with the solid power, which is the brown, the white, and the black. With all the other nations that represent the armed forces, and make us a powerhouse. Because right now we getting hit right now in the dollar. I don't like to mention that because it's going to be hard to hit us real hard, but they hitting us. Because ain't nobody making more money right now than when it comes to war. And I don't like to mention them because I don't got no enemies with those people. Those people are good, cool with me too. They show me nothing but love over there. Here locally, they show me nothing but love in Westfield, the Russians. But how you call it? Right now, y'all niggas can't mess with them. Putin is making more money when it comes to the underworld money with the war. So he's making more better investments than we are because we too busy fighting. And I'm talking democracy. I'm not talking about invading each other. Not. So right now, the dollar is really shady. I better come see me fight. I know what I'm talking about. So today's Dominican Day. Tomorrow is Mecca Day. But it's not Mecca in Harlem and Wall Street. It's Mecca in the Muslim world. Muslims. I don't ever forget the Muslim world. It's one thing about me, I ain't never had no problem with no Muslims in jail. They all love me. Farrakhan and his people show me love. The Lebanons, the Palestinians, Saudi Arabians, the Iraqis, the Irans, the Afghanistans, where we were getting the heroin back in the days, which was opium, chocofan, the black dope, came from, this is years ago, Afghanistan. And I was in the game. No better dope than the chocofan, besides the Haitian dope. Back in the days, people say it was China. No, it wasn't China. People say it was Hong Kong. It wasn't Hong Kong. Some people say it was Vietnam, where they said Frank Lucas was from, and Frank Matthews. No, it wasn't like that. It was from Asia. That's where it came from. The white, they called it the white because the Chinese used to get it. They called it Suzuki. It was called China White. And it was really China Asia. I ain't gonna lie to me. Now we can get into the kilos of cocaine. Let me hit the set. And remember, I'm talking about ancient history, where nothing really changes. People say, who's making the most money with the drug cartels? Nobody makes more money than the Mexican cartel. Don't let them lie to you. Mexican cartel makes the most money. But, I'm going to give you the big but where people fail to see. Let me take a little bit away. But this is organized crime. This is not criminal crime. There's a difference between that. And I'll explain it to you too. So I'm still out here. And alive too. Don't go through things that I've been through and be alive or still be out here. Feel me? The Mexican cartel, which is known, this is nothing. If you look up, I'm sure nobody makes more money than the Mexican cartel when it comes to the drug underworld. But in reality, they don't make the most money. Because they might generate the most money, yeah. What is it? Maybe 100 billion, maybe more monthly? Maybe more, I don't know. I'm just taking a guess, right? But they still can't compete with the Colombian cartel. People tell me, but why? Because the Colombian cartel is more organized. They steady money. They make less, but they make steady money. Why? Because they organize criminals. The Mexican cartel, it's an all-out fucking war out there. There ain't gonna be no money in war. Because all you're gonna lose is families and people that are gonna get fed less. So, and even though the Mexican cartel makes more money, way more money, the Colombian cartel is more organized quietly, and they see their money and they're more steady. So they control the market better. Without no heat on them. This is just common sense. Feel me? It's like the Saudi Arabians. Nobody, hands down, nobody got more money than the Saudi Arabians. Not even the British Empire, not the other empires, not the Indian Empire. Nope. Why? Everybody thinks it's because of the oil and all that. No, it's because of the way they know how to handle business, the organized way. And what's the organized way? Something similar to their adversary, the Jews. Live like a Jew. Let's live like a Jew. Treat people with respect. When it comes to the money. Because I tell guys all the time, I don't care if you got 100 guys. Like I said yesterday, I don't care if you got 200 guys. I don't care if you got 100 million and I got a bike and I got $1 million. Let's just say that, right? Let's just say that, right? But if my merchandise is better and my prices get better and I'm less heat, guess who all your friends are gonna come with? They're gonna betray you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about black, it's not about Puerto Rican, it's not about nothing. It's about who knows how to conduct the best business, and that's it. That's it. Because like I said yesterday, when you're dealing with the underworld world, the last thing you want to do is hang out with guns. And the last thing you want to do is be walking around with 100 niggas. Or 100 dudes. 100 niggas, because when I say 100 niggas, I refer that into all of us. Puerto Rican elders. So please don't get offended. That's the way we talk in the Bronx. Excuse me. But so I did. The only color that matters in democracy. And people say, what's democracy? Well, do you want me to spell it out for you? Corporate? Organized? The green. The green is in my, look, see it? Nothing else. I'll leave it at that. That was my lesson for today. I got to do 2 more sentences and get the hell out of here. But we'll keep building. Like I said, I'm taking baby steps, but I want you guys to get to know me for who I am. I don't want you guys to love me for something that I'm not. Or for something, anybody could look good through the outside. Anybody could lease a car. Anybody could lease a house, right? But at the end of the day, everybody knows. Any small Joe knows. It don't matter if you got 5 cars or you got 2 houses. If this dude right here got $5 million in cash, he's worth more than you if you owe it all. So get to know me for me, and we kept building. Catch y'all later, because I got to go do some Jew work. A lot of people say, what's Jew work? I'll leave you with this. I worked for some real rich Jews back in the day. They would wear some white Walmart sneakers for $25. Rocked them for 10 years. But when you go in their bank account, they had about 200 million cash. Live like a Jew.